I think one of the things I'm noticing the most about this is that some of the photos that I found to be the least interesting on screen are actually more interesting printed out. I didn't expect that, and a lot of the ones that are stronger on a monitor or on screen instead of printed are not as interesting. A lot of that, again, might have to do with the fact that these are now in black and white. Like, this is just completely uninteresting. And these, which are really kind of pretty in color and on screen, I don't know that they would carry over. I've been a graphic designer for a really long time, over 20 years, and I was a print designer for most of that. As we've been talking about the value of things that you hold in your hand or you look at, I realized that I should have been aware of this the whole time that I'd been taking these classes, because what you see on the screen is not what you get when you print. And there's a lot of things that go, it changes everything. It can change how the layout looks, or the composition will look completely different when printed. And when doing print graphics, part of the workflow was to always print it out a couple of times before you're done, because you're going to see glaring errors when it's printed. And oftentimes a lot of that has to do with lighting and contrast and things like that, which is really obvious because this is really pretty on a monitor where you have light behind it, but printed, it's just, I suppose in color it might be better, but it's just, you don't have that light making it dazzling, so you have to play with it. I forget which ones I thought were more interesting. The people ones are, there was one in particular that I thought was more interesting, but going forward, when I do photography, even digital, I'm going to kind of go back to how I used to think of things and consider thinking about it from a print perspective, so that maybe they'll stand as digital works as well as printed works.